able to do this because the time now is like I think it's like 3:30, something like that. And so in Detroit time, it's almost 10 o'clock. We're 7 hours ahead over here, something like that. So anyway, I know nobody's here right now, and that's fine. But I'm just doing a live video in Athens, Greece. So even if nobody come in right now, you'll be able to see this video at some point. Ah, okay. Talk to me. Man, I tell you, the plane ride over here, man. Woo-wee. Good morning. Well, it's good morning where you are. I'm in Greece, so it's not morning here, so. See? I'm sitting outside the hotel right now just getting some air. We've been walking around all day. There's a lot to do around here. You don't have to really need a car to get around in here. I mean, you can just keep walking. As long as you got the energy, you can keep walking around this place, I tell you. Which they got a lot of good video. Hello, how are you? Michael Ashford, Abdul. Like I said, we're live in Athens, Greece. It's good morning there and good afternoon over here. It's good evening over here. It's after 3 p.m. where I am. It's after 3 p.m. where I am. And so I'm sitting outside my hotel. I said, let me go ahead and do a live video. I hadn't done a live video in a long time, especially out of the country too. Oh yeah. The weather is pretty nice here. Hey, how are you? Wait a minute. You said you finally caught alive. Let me show you around. Hold on. All right. Let me tell you around. I'm in Athens, Greece. Okay. Here's my hotel here. There's a lot of little cars here. Look at, they don't have a lot of big. You don't see no. I haven't really seen no SUVs, nothing like that since I've been here. There's a lot of small cars here. A lot of small cars. You don't see too many big cars. A lot of traffic down here, that's for certain. Man, wait till you see the videos I'm gonna upload later. The streets were so small. Only one car could come down at a time. It was crazy. Yeah, no problem. Let me grab my glasses here. Hope nobody take them. No, I don't think nobody will take them. Walk down here for a minute. Sex shop. So you got a tour bus. Check out all these apartments. These apartments are really expensive. We're down in downtown Athens. And they said these things are really expensive right there. Well, good. Well, I'm gonna say good morning to you, but it's good. It's a good evening over here where I am. It's like 3:30. I think like 3:30, quarter to 4 in the afternoon over here in Greece. quiet bus. Well, it is. In Barbados, what time it is over there? Okay. I tell you, the traffic down here is like it's something down in this part of the country, boy. I tell you. Of course, we didn't rent no car. Our hotel is downtown, so we can walk pretty much everywhere we need to go. So they got a subway system here. We're gonna get on that probably tomorrow and find somewhere to go. Thank you, Rose. I appreciate that. You think this is a relaxed amount video? Wait till you see the ones I'm going to upload later on. Well, thank you. Let's go back to my hotel. Then I can talk to you guys a little bit better when I get back to where I need to go to. Oh, the good old sex shop. Oh man, Atlanta. Woo, man. You know, I used to complain about how bad the drivers was in Atlanta. Shit. Drivers is beautiful in Atlanta compared to the drivers here. They're terrible here. Absolutely terrible. When I say terrible, I mean terrible. I'm in Athens, Greece. Athens, Greece. That's where I am. 11 hours on a plane. 11 hours, baby. Here's my hotel, like I said, right here. Okay, I'm back. I tell you what. Oh, wait a minute. Let me sit you down. Did I do this? No. Man, let me tell you. What made it different for me, our flight left at 9:30 at night. So it was dark. So you couldn't see nothing. You couldn't see anything. I mean nothing. So I knew it was, it was over the oceans and the water and everything. So it didn't freak me out because I couldn't see it. I couldn't see it. I mean 11 hours, ooh. And then we had a 4-hour layover in Istanbul, Turkey. Thank you. Yep. So Detroit to Istanbul, Turkey was like almost 11 hours. And then we had a 4-hour layover in Turkey, right? And so There was nothing to do. You know, you was in Turkey, right? You don't want to leave outside the airport. You know, there's a lot of shit going on. So it was okay. Let me tell you, the airport in Turkey is like another world. It's so, you don't actually have to go out to do nothing. There's so many shops, food courts. It's like another world inside that airport. So we didn't have to leave out. Even though we had a 4-hour layover, we didn't have to go out at all. It was fine. And then we had so by the time our flight got ready to leave from Turkey to come to Greece, it was an hour flight from Turkey to Greece. It was an hour. So that hour seemed like 15 minutes compared to being in the air over 10 hours. So I didn't mind that at all. And the killer thing about it is, by the time we got here to Greece, it was night. It was dark again. It was dark again by the time we got here to Greece. And so part of the package we had a driver take us to where we need to go, right? So when we got our bags, you know, you have people standing out there with signs with your name on it. That Pookie, Ray Ray, Peanut, oh, Woods. I said, hey, our driver didn't speak English really good. We could understand him, but you know, just his English was like this. But it was good enough for him to communicate, right? He said, so he had my brother. He said, "You want me to take your?" He said, "Take your bag, take your bag." My brother said, "Oh no, man, I didn't take. I got it." And I said, "Here, you can take mine." Shit, I'm tired of the bug, baby. Here, I ain't gonna hold you up, bro. You get paid for this. Here, take this bag. Shit. My suitcase was heavy too. Shit. I've been on the air. Oh, let me tell you this. The worst thing on an international flight or any flight, especially an international flight when you got to be in the air for like freaking 10 hours. This is man and his freaking kids behind me. The little boy must have been, he must have been about 5 years old. Old enough to fucking know better, right? Oh. For the first hour when we got on the plane, this boy is like crying. We ain't fucking took off yet, right? He just got the whining and the hooping and the hollering and shit. And I'm saying to myself, he gonna have to cut that shit out. We got a long fucking flight, right? I'm not gonna put up with that shit. Okay, I'm gonna deal with it for right now because we really haven't taken off yet, right? So I'm thinking his father gonna calm him down a little bit, right? So by the time they said put your seatbelts on and shit, we about to take off and shit. You know, I'm tired already, right? I'm getting my mind right for this fucking 10+ hour flight to another country. And let me tell you something. That boy got the hooper, the hollering, and kicking on the back of the fucking seat. Oh my God. So we go to another country. I want to start no shit, you know. I might get one of those situations where they might get me tripped up somewhere and shit. Trump won't get me out. I might have to stay here, right? Another country. And we was in Turkey too. Shit. And so he got to kicking him on the thing and shit. And everybody in our immediate area, it's like over 100 people on the plane. Big ass plane, right? And so everybody in our area is like looking. They was mad. Because it's late. Everybody want to rest. And Pookie acting up, right? But it would fuck with me more because he kept kicking on the fucking seat behind me and shit. Like, I'm like, so I had my headphones on, right? Look at that dog. So I had my headphones on. I was trying to watch a movie. So I know this is a long flight. So, I'm going to see if I can get my mind right and watch a couple movies until we get to where we're going, right? And so it was still kicking on the thing. And I still heard him yelling and screaming. And you think the father said something to him. Hey, Frank, what's going on? You think the father would have said something to him. And it just got to a point. It's building. It was building. It was building. It was building. And all of a sudden, I said, fuck it. Detroit came out. I said, I swear to God, I said, that's it. Just like that. I said, that's it. I turned around. I said, hey. I said, listen, can you stop your kid from kicking on the seat, yelling and screaming? I said, we got a fucking 10-hour flight, bro. And we can't do this for 10 hours. We can't do this. Can you get him some weed or can you drug him or can you do something with him? I said, because I'm not going to listen to this shit for those 10 hours. I'm just not. I'm not going to do this shit. If I got to read, let me tell you, if I got to be back here and touch you, don't let me reach back here and touch you. I mean, I got a belt on. I ain't got no problem. Hey, baby love, I ain't got no problem. I'll whoop the daddy and that damn kid. I turned around, seriously. And everybody looked. When I said it was loud. My voice carried. I said, that's it. The Detroit came out. I turned around. I said, can you stop him from kicking on this thing? It's fucking with me. We got 10 hours in fucking air. Nobody want to go through that shit. Please calm him down. Give him some drugs, some weed, something. He said, I'm sorry, my friend. I'm sorry. I said, no, fuck that shit. I ain't your friend. Just do something with it. Do something with it, right? Man. And so he said something to him in another language. I don't know what the hell he said to him. I ain't have my translator on. He might have been talking shit about me. He might have said something, right? So I think he calmed down for like 10 minutes. Literally. 10 minutes. That son of a bitch struck the band back up again. There you go. He's off racing to the. Oh my God. I said, you would think by me approaching his father and being kind of a little harsh and nice at the same time, right? Thank you. Oh, thank you. You would think, I'm a big guy. I'm probably the biggest guy on the fucking plane, right? You think he'd have put some tape around that boy's mouth or something, because, I'm pretty pissed. So that shit lasted, it was quiet for like 10 minutes. Then he commenced to yelling and screaming like somebody had beaten him. He should have been beaten. Like somebody was beating him and shit. I mean, I can see you, if somebody was beating him and whipping him and some shit like that, then you got reason to do all that shit. I come from a time where my mama would say, I'll give you a reason to cry. You want a reason to cry? Let me give you a reason. So I'm sitting here like, okay, all right. So I turned my volume up in my headphones because I'm watching, what was I watching? Gladiator 2, right? On a plane. I'm watching Gladiator 2. I've seen it in the movie. I'm watching Gladiator 2. So I turned it up to see if I can drown him out. I said, okay, as long as he's not kicking on the fucking thing, I said, I'm gonna tolerate this shit for a minute, right? Ooh, I wanna say it. Like I said, 10, 15 minutes went by. He commenced to kicking on the damn back of the seat again. He commenced to kicking on the back seat again. I figure like, listen, I let the Detroit come out, right? But the problem was, hey, Byron, what's going on? The flight attendant was up in the front. Wait a minute, I ain't planning with this story. So I figure like, hey Melvin, I'm like, okay. I let the Detroit come out, right? I let the Detroit come out. But the problem was, I seen I was gonna have to let the East Side come out. I'm not even from the East Side, but I know what they do. I said I'm gonna have to let the East Side come out. If I let the East Side of Detroit come out, that's gonna get it. That's gonna get it, right? So he got to do it again. He got to do it again. And I said, oh God. I got to praying at this point, right? Because I don't, I'm over international waters. I ain't got no parachute. I don't know where they're gonna land if I started some shit. I didn't know nothing. I was like, I didn't know. I didn't know. So I turned around once again. And so the father was like, I don't know how the fuck he was sleeping through this shit. He was like, his head was on the pillow, and Pookie was like kicking and doing this. So I turned the fuck around, right? And I did this. I looked at that motherfucker like that. Just like that. He looked at me. He looked at me like he was confused. He had the confused look like, I think this motherfucker about to fuck me up. But I looked at it, and that little boy, I gave him a Vulcan death stare. And when I did that, and I finished it off with this. You know, with kids, you can talk a certain way to motherfucker like. And so at that point, he calmed down. I mean mugged his ass. Yes, I did. He kind of calmed down and shit. Said, okay, yeah, all right, yeah. See, I let part of the East Side come out, right? I didn't want to say shit because the old man was asleep. So if he was up, I would have really gotten his ass. But it's cool. And so at that point, I turned back around. I commenced to watching the movie again. By this time, it's time for victuals. They feed you kind of good on those international flights. They kind of do. They kind of feed you kind of good. And so she came down the aisle, my aisle, and the Pookie was down the other aisle, and they was going. You had a choice between what was it? Some type of curried chicken, fancy chicken with rice, with broccoli, and what was it? Some type of fancy pie. Then I said, yeah, okay, yeah, they kind of feed you good here. They kind of feed you good here. So now I'm trying not to drink because when you get older, your bladder not quite the same. You don't hold water like you used to sometimes when you get older, right? So I try not to drink. I talked about this once before. When I flew to Baltimore, I try not to drink too much because, again, when you get older, your bladder, like, you know how the old people say you got to make water? The bathrooms, listen, it was a line going to the bathroom. And I swear to God, I was doing my best not to get to the bathroom. I said, it's 10 hours. I said, and I was trying not to drink too much water or drink anything. When I was eating my food, I was taking little sips of water, like just enough so I won't choke and shit, right? Because I didn't want to stand in this line trying to get this little bitty ass bathroom on the plane. Because you got to figure, a lot of people just finish eating and stuff, and they stand in the line trying to get to the bathroom. So already, somebody blowing that damn thing out, you got to walk right in behind them. Yeah, those bathrooms are horrible. I mean, they're like closets. So, and I watched it, I said, oh man. Oh. I had to make water real bad, right? And I said, I look at on the clock they got this clock that's on every back of the seat, and you can hit it. It'll tell you how much time remaining you got left before we get to let me say the pronoun, Istanbul, Turkey, right? That was our first stop. And I said, oh man, I said, I don't know if I'm gonna fucking make it. I said, and I seen this big guy. He was there in line. I said, I watched him. I said, when he going, I said, I know he gonna blow that motherfucker out. I know he gonna blow it out. I can just tell, right? Hey, how you doing? How you doing? You okay? Hey, come here for a minute. I want you to say hi to my friends. Watch this. Watch how friendly people are here.
Where are you from?
I'm from Detroit.
Detroit?
Yeah, I'm talking to my friends live.
Hi.
See?
I'm Joe.
You Joe?
Greece. Yes, from Greece.
Oh, you live here?
Yeah, I live here.
Oh.
All my life.
All your life?
Yeah.
I never been here. This is my first time here. First time here.
You're gonna love this. It's Easter time, so it might not be that busy.
Okay.
Here in Athens, but after the day it will be fun.
Okay, well, it's nice meeting you. Thank you. All right. You right? I'm from the hood. Everybody's friendly here. Everybody's freaking friendly. Everybody's so friendly here. I'm walking down. I did a video earlier, right? I'm gonna upload it later. So we're down in this other district, and the girls passing out flowers like roses, right? And so my brother said, "Don't take one of those because they when they do that, they actually want some money." I said, "Okay, no problem. You're gonna see it in the video. Y'all gonna laugh your ass off." And so she come up to me, little pretty little girl. She had roses. She said, here you go, Pookie. Here's a flower for you. I said, no, I'm good. I don't want no flower. Hey, Pam Black. I said, I don't want no flower. I'm good. Her English wasn't that great. She said this. This is how she got me. She said, you a pretty man. You pretty man. She said, you are so sexy. You're so sexy. I said, well, I can't argue with you there, but I still don't want no rose, you know what I'm saying? And she was like, oh no, she said, it's free. I said, oh, so I'm sexy and it's free? Oh shit, you can't be lying now. You gotta be telling the truth now. You telling me I'm sexy and the flower is free? So she took one rose and she handed me a rose, which I took. You're gonna see in the video later. So then she took another rose and she broke half the stem off and she almost fucked my hair up. I'm not even gonna fucking lie to you. She tried to stick it right here behind my ear. She said, here for a pretty man. So I said, wash the hair and shit, it's got my hair done and shit. I'm gonna be here for a week. I can't have my hair off like that, putting the rose on and shit. I said, all right, fuck it, go ahead. And so she tried to stick the rose in, and you'll see in the video, the rose kept falling and hitting the ground. So she grabbed it again. She said, you pretty man. You need a rose up here too. I said, okay, all right. And so it kept falling. I said, well, listen. I said, it ain't gonna stay. Just go ahead and give me the rose in my hand. So I got 2 roses, right? And so I commenced to walking off, right? And so I get ready to go into the shop. So she followed me. And she said, this is where she fucked up. She said, I got a little baby at home, need milk. Oh, need milk. I said, oh, here we go. I knew it was some shit to this shit. I ain't fucking lied your ass off. I said, you said it was free. Where I come from, free means we don't pay shit. We don't give shit when something's free. Now, if free means something different here in Greece, let me know. Because next person who come up to me talking about some free shit, then I'll know. And she was like, it's free, but the baby needs something. You got money? I said, now I know you done lied to me. And shit. And so the 2 ladies was in the shop. They're watching. I guess they see this shit all the time with tourists and shit. So they was like looking, and they was laughing. I said, yeah, she tried to get me, right? And so I walked in there, and then the other lady was saying, I said, yeah, I think she tried to get me. She said, did you give her anything? I said, hell no. She said it was free. Where I come from, free mean free. She can follow me all the fuck she wants to. And so I get ready to come out, and my brother My brother come up to me. He see me with the fucking 2 roses in my hand. Like he said, "Man," and she walked up. He said, "Didn't I tell you not to take no roses from these people? They trying to get money. That's all they want." I said, "Bruh." She said it was free. He said, "Did you give her anything?" I said, "I didn't give her shit." She said it was free. Well, you know where we come from. Free mean fucking free. So she kept trying to follow us. She kept trying to fucking follow us. And I told my brother, say, "Hey, give her $1 or something. Give her $1. We got this over here. We got euros. You got this monopoly money over here, right?" And so I told my brother, "Go ahead and give her $1 or some shit, right?" So she quit following us. So my brother goes in his pocket, and we had some Greek coins. Hold on. I'm gonna take mine back and just save it. See that? This is $1. See that? This is $1. So I told him, I said, "Go ahead and give her $1 or something." So he goes in his pocket. I think he had 2 of these fucking coins, which was like $2, right? He hands it to her. You think that would have been the end of that, right? Shit. She got to following us with her hand out. She got to following us. She said, "Come on," she said, "more money. Can you give me more money? Give me more money." I said, "Girl, the Detroit was coming out again, right? Detroit was coming out again, right?" And she said, she kept following us. He said, "More money, more money." I said, "Listen, you better go head on. Watch the video." I said, "You better go head on. That's it. I said, quit begging. Quit begging." I told her, I said, "Quit begging." And she kept following. And so my brother said, he said, "We going back to the hotel." I said, "Let her follow me back to the hotel. That's the last place she want to follow me. She really don't want to follow me to the hotel. Hey, you come on. Keep following me, because I'm going back to the hotel. And trust me, you don't want to go there. Oh, yeah. Oh, you don't want to go there. Man." You don't want to follow. I told her, I said, "You want to follow me back? We go back to the hotel. You want to follow me? Come on. Come on." Shit, it'll be your last time following me any goddamn way, especially a hotel. Oh, man. I ain't had nothing since, oh my God. I ain't had nothing in a while. You followed me back to the hotel too? Hey, man, I would have did 12 years a slave on your ass. 12 years a slave, baby. Woo. I said, "Come on. This way. This way." So I guess she understood what hotel meant. I said, "We going back to the hotel. You want some more money?" I guess she gave up the chase at that point. Then she turned around and she walked off. So my brother said, "Well, what you gonna do with the?" He said, "What you gonna do with those flowers?" I said, "Shit, I'm gonna find somebody." I said, "I'm gonna find somebody to give them to. I got 2 roses. I figure like, hey Lisa," I said, "I got 2 roses, right? I figure like I'm gonna find some lady." It's a lot of women walk around this damn place. I was looking for an old woman. It's a lot of old women around here. A lot of old women just walk like bag ladies and shit, right? So I'm looking for one of them so I can give them the roses. I didn't want to just give some random Greek chick roses because I don't want them to think nothing about me. I didn't want to think nothing, because I figured like it'd be better for me to get a rose to an older lady, right? So we walking back to the hotel, and I couldn't find one old woman. We seen a lot on the way walking where we were going, right? And so I didn't want to give none to these other women. There's a lot. Some of these women walk around here looking like supermodels, right? So I'm definitely not trying to do that shit. Like, no. I don't want nobody to think I'm flirting or none of that shit. I'm in another country. I don't know what the locals do here. I'm not going through that shit. I don't know what they do here. So I'm trying to be on my best behavior while I'm here, because remember, I'm not in Georgia, another state. I'm in another country, Greece, Athens, Greece. On top of that, Shea, bring me one of those coins back. You can have it. I think I got $2.20 in coins so far. Barbara Alexander, you can have them. Because I can't, the banks won't take them. If I take them back to the states, they won't. The banks won't take the coins. Now I have euros. Where am I, Michael? I'm in Athens, Greece. I'm in Athens, Greece. Hello, Gene. Listen, you gotta be careful here. I mean, people are friendly, don't get me wrong. I thought about giving her the roses back, but she kept trying to follow me. Because I did say in the video, I say here. In the video, you can hear me say here, you can take the roses back. But she kept following me, and when my brother gave her $1, maybe 2 coins, I kept the roses at that point. Ain't no sense in giving the roses back and then give her some money too. When I upload the video, you guys will see. You'll see. It's like, it's cooling down right now, but it was like, earlier it was like 75 degrees here. I figured it is too. Man, my brother had me walking. Let me tell you something. My brother had me walking all over this damn place. Now, most of you know I had my sciatic problem, and I was kind of bedridden for almost fucking 2 months. And I thought the trip was going to have to be canceled. Thank you. Thank you. I thought the trip was going to be canceled because I was in bad shape. You guys who've been following me know this already. I was working. By the time I started walking, I was on a cane. But I'm doing really good now. I'm not walking on a cane. Hello, Sandra. How are you? It's about 30 degrees here in Detroit. It's 30 degrees there? Shit. That's cold. All right. So it's like 70, right now it was 75 degrees earlier, but right now it's about, I think it's about 65 degrees right now. Hey Ernestine, how are you? How my baby doing? She okay? With her grown self. I think we're going. I'm glad that you're better at painting. Ralston, let me tell you something. I was crawling. The EMS came and got me out of my house, and it was I couldn't walk. I couldn't walk for almost 2 weeks. I mean, I was in bad shape. I was in really, really bad shape. Bad shape. Man, my brother had to actually pick me up and put me in my bed. I couldn't even get in my bed by myself. I couldn't. That's the kind of shape I was in. My brother had to pick me up and have to put me in my bed and bring food to me because I couldn't get to it. I couldn't get to it, so he had to bring me food while I was in bed. Not that I didn't mind that, I'm just saying. I'm gonna do a live Friday tomorrow. God is good. I'm gonna do a live tomorrow back in this district with the girl with the flowers. There's so much going on in that area. It's late. It's getting late now, so I'm not gonna do it now. But I do have video doing it. We're going to dinner We going to dinner a little later. It ain't fun. It's not fun. Not at all. But yeah, I'm gonna have a great time. You know what? I needed this. I just buried my father. The timing was crazy. We planned this trip about 3 months ago. This trip was planned, not knowing my father was going to be in the shape he was in, not knowing my father was going to end up passing, not knowing any of this. It's wild how this thing happened, you know. And when I said we just buried my father Monday, this past Monday. We just buried. You guys might have seen the videos I did at the cemetery because he had the military honor because he was in the Korean War. So it was something. Thank you. So we buried my father Monday, and I was on a plane for Greece Wednesday. Thank you. Yep. Monday, we buried him Monday, and I was on a plane for Greece 2 days later. Miss GD. Yes. So I need to get away. There's so much going on. There was so much going on. My father was in the hospital my father was in the hospital for the last 5 weeks before he died. And I was there every freaking day. Every day. 80? It was like I was there every day. Every day. And then when it got to a point where my father had dementia, right? He was diagnosed with early signs of dementia a couple years ago. So one thing about it, when he was diagnosed with it, when he could still function and know what was going on, we talked a lot. We talked a lot about what he wanted to do, and if something happened by a certain time, what he wanted to happen. Thank you. So I was able to talk quite a bit to my father when he was diagnosed with early signs of dementia. But then a couple years later, fast forward to now, it started really hitting him. He was like, he was hallucinating real bad. He had his moment where he's in and out, in and out, in and out. He was starting to see things and that wasn't there. And that dementia and Alzheimer's is rough. So that's a bad disease. It's a bad disease. And there's no cure for it. All you could do is just sit and just watch. I will. My brother's asleep. I don't want to tour my room right now because he's up there asleep. So it was rough to watch him go from normal conversation to communicating and not communicating to not to a point where you're not really knowing who you are. Then he have his flash moments where he kind of figure like he know who you are, then he don't know who you are. It was hard to watch that. It was hard to watch that. It was really hard to watch that. My father has always been my Superman. Always. Even to the day he died, my father was my Superman. And dementia was his kryptonite. So to watch that to watch that. And then he's 94 years old. Then he started having other infections that started coming, and his white blood cells was really, white blood cells was low. Low. Anybody know about that? If your white blood cells is low, you can't fight off infections. You can't fight shit off if your white blood cells is low. You can't fight nothing off. And his was extremely low. And his kidney functions was like really, really bad. So he had so much going on top of the dementia. On top of the dementia, it was just a lot. It just got so overwhelming that he tried to fight it. I swear to God, I watched my father to the last breath. He was fighting it. He was really fucking fighting it. He was fighting it. So the day before he passed away, I was at the hospital all day. Hey, Catherine. I was at the hospital all day. And I left at 9:30 that night. I was tired. I said, I'll just come back tomorrow. I've been out here all day since 10 o'clock that morning. So by the time I got home to try to rest, I was tired. I was dragging. Hospital called me back at, I looked at the time. It was 2:20. I think it was 2:20 a.m. They called me. My phone rang. When the phone rings at that time in the morning, no matter what happens, you think something's always bad. Something bad happened somewhere, right? And so I answered the phone. It was a hospital. It was a nurse. And she said my father's breathing was really starting to slow down. If I wanted to come back to the hospital, I need to come back. If I want to. They said I didn't have to. But they just let me know, update. I said, well, remember, I was tired. I barely made it home because I was so fucking tired. And I said, you know what? I'm going to get up. And I was tired. I said, I'm going to get back down to this hospital. Because my father might be leaving here tonight. I'm going to get back down there. No matter how tired I am, I'm going to get back to this hospital. Because I know he would do it for me. And I was tired. Oh my God. I think when I got up, I threw some water on my face, washed back up. By the time I was driving back to the hospital, I think I almost fell asleep at the light a couple times. Because that's how tired I was. But what made me kept pressing on was my father. I figured my father was waiting on me. He's fucking waiting on me. So by the time I got to the hospital, I walked in to the hospital about 2:35, 2:40 a.m. He was laying there in the bed. And by this time he wouldn't communicate no more. He had stopped communicating like about 4 or 5 days before that point anyway. He was just like there. And so I grabbed his hand. Hope you guys don't mind me. You know how I am. I tell these stories all the time. You know, Shea shows about my everyday life. And so anybody who know me know that I just share my life on the internet. I've been doing this shit for years. And this is part of it. So I went by his bedside and I spoke to him. I know he couldn't communicate with me. I know he couldn't. But they say the hearing is the last thing to go. They can hear you, but they can't communicate, but they can hear you. So I told him how much I loved him, right? And I grabbed his hand. I was just holding his hand. Tight as I could. I was holding my father's hand tight as I could. And I watched him. From the time I got there, from like 2:40 a.m. till I watched his breathing was like in and out. In and out. In and out. So around 6 o'clock, he was like, he was breathing, then he stopped. And I shook him. I said, Dad. And he started breathing again. I said, okay, he's still here. And so he stopped. I looked at him. I said, that's a long one there. I shook him again. I said, Dad. I shook him real hard. He didn't open his eyes, but he started breathing slowly again. At 6:04 a.m., He took another breath. I watched him. I looked dead at him. Dead at him. He took a breath and he stopped. It was 6:04. And I'm looking. I was just looking at him. I was just looking at him. He wasn't breathing no more. I said, I said, this is my words. I said, that's too long. I said, oh my God, my father just passed away. He just freaking left me. Fuck him, he just left me. Oh man, I lost it. So I hit the nurse button, right? And the nurse came in and she said, do you need anything? I said, my father just died. I said, my father just died. She said, hold on, let me see. I said, go ahead and see, I'm telling you. And so I ain't no doctor, but when somebody ain't breathing for a period of time, I kind of know what that means. And so she took her, another nurse came in and they put the stethoscope on his heart. Then they did something behind here. And then she turned around and let the other nurse do it. And then they both said, he's passed, sorry for your loss, give you some time. And so they left the room and closed the door. They left the room and closed the door. It was me and his wife in there. And I tell you what, it was something. All I could do was just look at my father laying there. Now he's gone already. All I could do is just look at him laying there. So I could do just look at him. So I mustered up enough strength to start making calls. I started calling my brothers. I started calling everybody, family-wise. My kids. And within 35, 40 minutes, they was all filtering into the room. They was all coming into the room. They say their final goodbyes. And we sat in the room with my father to about, he passed at 6:04. And we stayed in the room with him until, I want to say 9:30. 9:30. And we was all having our moments at that point. And so we were all tired. And so I went to the nurse's station to see if I could start the process to go ahead and, and get, start the process so they can get him moved, cleaned up, whatever they got to do, and then call the funeral home. It was a lot. It was a lot. But I made it through. And like I said, this vacation is really good for me right now. It is. 'Cause I've been through a lot. I've been through so much. But I'm surviving. I'm here. I'm still making it. I'm here. Yep. So I appreciate you guys for being along my journey with me for the years I've been on YouTube. There are some people here who've been following me since 2008, 2009. And we got people who've been following me just recently. Hello, Donnell. Donald, how are you? I need to get away, G. I did. This is a really nice hotel. This is ritzy over here. Okay. Man, these rooms over here in the bathroom. Oh, let me tell you this. In Turkey, even here. So I said, let me go to the restroom. I got to go to the restroom, right? And so I'm looking like, well, how the hell you flush these damn things, right? Yes, it is. Thank you. I appreciate that. So I'm sitting here like, how the hell you work these bathrooms, right? So I seen the big gigantic button on the wall. So I said, let me just press this damn thing, right? I want to see let me see something. So I pressed the button on the wall, right, over the toilet, right. I wanted to see how fast it go down the whole 9 yards. It was just like sprinkles of water. Like I said, they ain't gonna flush that down. I said, is that how that shit work? And so I pressed it again, and like a little water, like water was coming down, but it wasn't no swirl like in the States, this shit swirls. Zeus. I said, man, who they think gonna use the bathroom over here? The little midgets or something? The little turds or something? Because man, if you have a good meal and trying to flush something down, shit. Hello, Anita. Thank you. My brother sit up there asleep. Cause my brother's he's a nightlife person. So I know he's sleeping because tonight he's gonna find one of these rooftop clubs. There's a lot of rooftop bars around here. Really nice shit around here, right? So I don't think I'm going out. I think I'm just gonna stay. I think I'm hanging to the hotel tonight. I'm not a party type of guy, no. I'm not. That's not really me. It's not my thing. But he likes that kind of shit. But I don't think I'm gonna do it. We're gonna go to dinner shortly. But that's about it. But no, I'm not gonna do it. He said, man, you gonna come out tonight, man? We're gonna hit some of the spots. I said, nah, man. I'm good, man. I'm not gonna hit none of the spots here. I do need this. Nah, man, the good thing I got my tablet and all the other shit, because ain't no American stations here, right? Hey, what's going on? SJ Talks in Life. I ain't seen you in a while. Where you been? Ain't no American stations here. Every station you turn, well, I'm in Greece. Why would it be, right? Every station you turn to, I know you will, every station you turn to, you're talking in Greek. Even the subtitles is like Greek. Like I can read that shit, right? Everything. Are you going to the beaches? I'm gonna try to go wherever I can. You be on YouTube? I know you be. So yeah, so I had to go on YouTube, Xfinity Stream, which I have, and watch a lot of my reruns, like Star Trek, Andy Griffith Show, Hogan's Hero. I tape all those shows, right? So I was able to watch all that. Watching TV here, you can forget it. Unless you speak this language, forget it. But I've been on here for an hour. I just wanted to just come on. I actually wanted to see if I could do something live while I was here and let you guys know I'm in Greece. So I appreciate you guys for tuning in. Yours have to stream online, otherwise Greek language. Yeah. Where I'm at, I'm in Greece. I'm in Athens, Greece. Rifleman, that's my shit. You know it already. Yes, I'm in Athens, Greece. This is my second day here. Connection is excellent. It is. This is my second day here. So I'm here for a week. So I think my next stop, I got some video that's gonna show you a lot. I'm gonna upload some video later on. You're gonna see what this place is like. You're gonna really see what this place is like. Hold on. Let me set you down for a minute. Okay, I'm back. I'm back. I'm gonna show you this. Listen, I'm gonna show you this elevator. I thought it was a closet, right? Well, you know, and you over here in Italy and Greece, everything is like small. Thank you, Reed. Thank you, Keslow. I appreciate that. I might pronounce your name wrong, but at least I'm recognizing you. That's what I do. People who know me know that when people watch my live videos, some people come in, I don't make it all about me. I make it about everybody. If I can talk to people and call you by name, I will. I always do that. I always done that. Always. Because we all Shea Show family. I always said that. But the elevator here is like, it's like, I thought it was a closet. I swear to God. I thought it was a closet. I was scared to get in that damn thing. It was so small. I'm going to take you in a minute to show you. I am. Thank you. Hold on. I'm going to take you inside. Hold on. I'm going to start doing my real talks again real soon. Like this. See, look, you think it's a closet. Look. These steps. Look how the steps are made. Here it is. Okay, I gotta get ready to go, guys. I'll talk to you later.